There are a total of 7 elements in Genshin Impact, and I'm going to break down all 7 for you right here in the Ultimate Element Guide. First off, we're going to start by listing all the elements. So I'm going to list them and then say their counterpart, which is like what they are in the real world. So there's Cryo, which is freeze, Pyro, which is fire, Electro, which is lightning, Dendro, which is wood, Anemo, which is wind, Hydro, which is water, and Geo, which is rock. For the rest of the video, I'm going to refer to all these elements as their counterparts like lightning or fire to make it easier. The first thing we're going to look at are debuffs. So what are debuffs? Debuffs are when you have the effect on yourself and these effects happen to you. So if you get hit by a lightning attack and you have the lightning effect on your character, you will continuously drain energy recharge. Then, if you're wet or in water or being hit with water attacks, your skill cooldown durations will be increased. If you're on fire, obviously you will inflict damage over time. And then if you're slowed down with ice, your stamina consumption has been increased. That about gets all of the debuff section. Let's move on to when you combine them. The next half of the elemental guide is all about the reactions. So we're going to go down one by one and show video clips and examples of each one at a time. The first one is burning. Throughout the world, you'll see characters with the Dendro symbol above them, or you may only see them holding a wooden shield. Anything that's wood, such as like shields or maybe even like crates, are Dendro, and you can shoot a fire arrow from Amber or pyro ability from anybody and burn it. When fire meets a Dendro enemy, they will catch on fire and start burning. The next one is crystallize. So when you use a Geo character and you hit them with an attack, you may see an item on the ground, a little crystal. So what happens is you attack a character that has an element attached to them, and it strips the element off of them and turns it into a crystal. When you pick up that crystal, you have resistance against that element. So as you can see in this clip, it's not affecting the basic enemies, but the second I hit the slime, it drops the crystal and I have the shield around me. As you can see that it strips the element of the slime and now I'm hitting basic attacks. This works for every single element, so I hit him with an ice attack, and then finish it up with another basic Geo attack, and it drops a blue crystal. And now I have ice resistance. Frozen is when you hit an ice enemy with a water attack, and they'll freeze in place. You can also hit a water enemy with an ice attack, and they'll freeze in place as well. All of these elements can go both ways. Now, I think it's important to note that there's not necessarily a typing beats typing method in here. It's not like Pokemon, grass doesn't beat water in this situation. It's just a bunch of combo attacks, and which ones work best. And so, if you take one thing away from this video, listen to this. Electro Charge, Overloaded, and Superconduct are by far the best 3. Now, Electro Charge, Overloaded, and Superconduct are going to be the main 3 we're looking at. That's because they're the 3 highest damaging attacks and combos. Electro Charge is when you combine electricity with water. Whether that is you hit a water enemy with an electro attack, or an electro enemy with a water attack. Or you just hit a normal enemy with electro and water, with your own attacks. In this clip, I walk up to a bunch of electric slimes as Shangling, which is a fire character, and this is a perfect clip to show you how powerful Overloaded is. Did you see that explosion?
Oh my god!
That thing was huge, and that is why Overloaded is one of the best 3 elements. The third one is Superconduct. In this clip, I hit all these enemies with an ice attack, and then bring out Fischl to hit an electric attack, and Superconduct wipes them all out. Something important to note about Superconduct is when you hit an attack with it, their physical resistance will be cut in half, meaning physical attacks deal extra damage. So this would be super good to combine with any physical attacker in your combo. You can tell when one of these effects takes place by the little text under your enemy. When you see that text, that means you just dumped a ton of damage into your enemy. Swirl is when you use a wind type and any other element, and it basically makes a tornado of that element. Vaporize and Melt are basically the same one. They don't necessarily do a big explosion attack, it just kind of counteracts each other. They do extra damage for sure, but the best ones are definitely Superconduct, Electro Charge, and Overloaded. Now, it's important to keep in mind that enemies that have a certain typing above them are immune to their own element. So if you see a lightning slime and you try and hit it with a lightning attack, it's going to be immune. Same thing with fire and ice. The key to playing this game is combining your elements. you're going to be playing all the time, and you're going to be fighting huge guys, big, beefy boys, and you're going to not be doing any damage. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to hit all your characters' E's. I'm talking combining your fire, your ice, your lightning. Fischl and Xiangling are a powerful combo. They're my favorite combo to use right now. So once you start leveling up, your world level goes up, the enemies start getting harder, you got to combine your elements, and you got to hit those big attacks. That's how to do more damage in this game. So there it is. That is the ultimate element guide. It's not too complicated once you break it down. I don't know if you guys were like me, where I just kind of spam clicked all the tooltips at the beginning, and I completely forgot what they said about elements, and I had no idea what worked well against what. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned how to use the elements in this game. It's very, very important in late game fights. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment anything. Support what you want to see, anything. Just let me know. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.